Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, if you guys can see, we are rocking a brand new aesthetic because it is officially fall. Well, it's fall for me. I got so many DMs of when I showed like a little snippet of this on my IG saying, it's not fall, it's not fall. Y'all, August 1st is fall for me. So it just makes me so excited. I love this so much. I actually did film how I did this, so that'll be up on my Florida Life channel very, very soon. But in today's video, we'll be reviewing the new Pat Mcgrath Labs Mothership Moonlit Seduction palette. She's costly. So if you guys want to see what type of look I create, what this palette's all about, and oh, was it worth the price point? Well, then definitely keep watching. I seriously am still just like obsessing over my background. You guys have no idea how long it took me to get this set up because I tried so hard to figure out the best way that I wanted to do it. Because before I used to have a mirror behind me and I don't have that anymore. So I wanted to find a way to like make it perfectly aesthetically pleasing. But like, look at this. So that no matter what direction I go, everything is fall aesthetics. Not only is this fall aesthetics, but my computer desk is fall aesthetics. My entire apartment, literally, I went above and beyond this year. I like hung stuff over the windows. I put stuff, I have like floating plants, like floating like wall mounts with like plants that hang down on it because I love the aesthetic of it. But now they're all like autumn leaves hanging down from it. I changed my whole aesthetics to be completely fall vibes, and it just makes me so happy. I have all my pumpkin spice candles burning, so it just smells like fall, and I am just so happy. So for today's video, this is something that I've never really do that often. I think I've done this twice, but it's because they had sales over on Sephora. But I typically don't ever buy anything from Pat Mcgrath because hot dog, she is just expensive, and I have a hard time justifying spending like $120 on a palette. I'm just like, what? That is just way too much for me. But I saw this palette and some of you guys asked me to review it. It is so beautiful, so I decided to splurge and buy the palette. Now, mind you, I did not just outright pay $128. No. I did it on Afterpay. So I have 4 installments to pay for this palette right here. But right here we have the Mothership Moonlit Seduction palette. First off, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I really do love the packaging. They go above and beyond. It is super beautiful. You do take this and you kind of like unwind this. When you open it up, you do have like all the shadow names right here. And then, yeah, that just like pops out. So you have all like the shadow names, and it's like a great way to like store your palette. And then you have the Pat Mcgrath palette right here. Now she is heavy. She's heavy, but oh my gosh, is she beautiful. Let's take a look at her. So here is the Moonlit Seduction palette, and I have to say, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Now you guys know I'm very, very, very much a color whore, but I'm becoming a neutral bitch lately, and this right here is so stunning. I think this could be a beautiful everyday eyeshadow palette. I think you can do very sultry eye looks with this. You could do very soft natural eye looks with this, and you could just do everyday wearable eye looks with this. Now this would be my 3rd or 4th Pat Mcgrath palette I've ever played with. The first Pat Mcgrath palette I ever received was actually from my sister. She bought it for me for Christmas one year, and then a few subscribers sent me some. And then I did buy the Bridgerton collection because, well, because it was at Sephora. I did it for like the VIP sale, and then I bought the second one, and I have to say her formula is quite nice. I'm very impressed, but this is the first time I personally, like me personally, have ever spent $120 on any palette. I've never spent this much on a palette. So we're gonna see if this is actually worth it. I actually don't know too much about this palette. I haven't seen any reviews on it. I also have been like looking at YouTube lately for makeup wise, just because I've been so busy with everything else, which by the way, I just want to take a moment to thank every single person who bought my offer bundle. I've been seeing you guys getting it in. I've been seeing you guys do some beautiful looks, and it's just like, oh, it's just so exciting. So exciting. Okay, so on the website, it says, dance the night away in a decadent, dazzling, discopulent array of hedonistic hues inspired by sensuality starlit seductions under the memorizing moon. Nocturnal neutrals inspire glamorous structure in 10 warmly wearable shades with unprecedented single strokes intensity. Regal, romantic, and rebellious, this intoxicating collection of next generation formulas features smoky mattes, alluring astrals, multimetallics, and sextatic duochromes. I've never heard uses of words like this before. Silky smooth textures glide effortlessly onto the lids, offering beautifully blendability with buildable, multidimensional brilliance. Petite the fantasy, define the dance floor, and dominate the day in modern nudes that inspire endless eye looks with divine dimension. So that is what the palette states. Like I said, it does retail for $128. But when I purchased this, it was I used like the Moonlit code, but when I purchased this, I did use a discount code called Moonlit, which actually saved you guys 10% off the palette. So that's what I was able to do. So I think I brought it down to like, I don't know, 115, and I used that to do like the Affirm. So here is that palette right here. You guys can definitely see the mattes and the shadow dimensions right here. It looks so beautiful. I absolutely will swatch this for you guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and dive into an eye look because I'm really curious to see, did I just like fall for the gimmick of it, or is it actually like really, really good? Also, if my lighting's off, I'm trying really hard to figure out how to do the lighting for this new background. You'd be surprised how often your background can reflect the lighting in the camera. So hopefully I can get the adjustments right, but if I don't, we're working with it. So let me swatch these shadows, and then we're gonna go move on to an actual eye look. Okay, so here are the swatches. I definitely have some thoughts. So the first shade we have is Skin Tense Glow. We have Rosewood Romantic-y, Platinum Dusk, Sexy, Astral Gold Lust, Extreme Nocturnal, Bronze Devotion, Plum Cabernet, Blitz Venus, Astral Lilac Aurora. So it's so weird because the way that these feel is a little weird. Okay, so you do have these two shimmers right here. So we have these two are shimmers. When they swatch kind of hard. They feel like a little bit of a hard pan, but they swatch really nicely, but putting the finger in there, it feels a little hard. These three mattes are super, super pigmented. They swatch beautifully. But then you have these shades right down here. These are really beautiful, but oh my gosh, they're flaking. Can you guys tell? Like there's definitely some flaking right up here. I don't know what that it's about. So I feel like when I put that on the lid, I'm going to experience some flaking. And I know it's gonna be really beautiful because it has that beautiful like high shine, high intensity. But the way that I swatched it, it's just flaking in the pan and it's flaking on my hand. And I don't know. I don't really like it when shadows flake like that because it makes me kind of be like, oh, I'm spending so much money for it to flake. Is it going to flake off in the lid? It's going to last all day. So that's something I'm going to be really, really curious about. But I will say at least the mattes were beautiful. They're swatching really nicely. And those two shimmer shades that I did swatch right down here and right here are swatching very, very nicely. They have such a high shine. But these other shades are just, they're beautiful. But man, are they very, very flaky. So that's one thing I'm kind of like, ugh, I don't know if I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. I'm very curious to see the formulas. I want to put this in my eyes, see what type of look I create. I really want to find out, was this actually worth the $128? Because she's steep. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. Okay, so I'm going to try something like a little smoky, a little easy, something that you could just kind of go, like something you can kind of just do like on the go that doesn't take too much work to do. So we're going to go into this shade right here, and we're going to use that as our transition like crease shade, followed by our outer corner shade as well. Like I'm going to try to do a cut crease again. I'm trying to like do things that are out of my comfort zone. So you guys should have seen it. It was such stress. Doing this background. I take it very, 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 very seriously because it is my favorite time of year. And you guys, like, I have like a lot of the decorations, but believe me, I had to go to Michael's. I had to get more stuff. I had to get like these flowers to wrap around, and this little like pumpkin thing right here. Like I take it so seriously because it truly is my absolute favorite time of the year. So I really like, you know, want to make sure it's nice and perfect. Like, to me, this is my office. Like, this is my job. And like, if I had like an actual like office job, like this is something that I would be doing for my office too, like decorating it if I could. I don't know if every office job like lets you. Like I've never worked in an office before, so I really don't know. But I would be doing the same thing just because it's like my office, it's my home. This is like my happy space. So I literally was stressing about this, and when I filmed the vlog, there are parts I have to edit because there are parts that, no lie, I stood there for probably 10 minutes just, I don't know, like rearranging and trying to figure it out. I just could not get it to be the way that I wanted it to at first. I couldn't figure out what I wanted and how to place things, and oh, it was just so stressful, guys. It was so stressful, and it shouldn't be. But I just wanted to be perfect and something that like really like, I don't know, it looks so pretty. And some of you guys are like, oh my God, that's so pretty. And I was so proud of the outcome. And I'm so proud of how like my actual like home looks too. And it just, it makes me so excited for the fall season. I just love fall. It's why I got married in fall. My birthday's in fall. And it's my absolute favorite time of the year. And I'm so glad because I came across a couple of TikToks where people were saying, starting on, August 1st, starts fall. I'm like, you see, I'm not the only one who says that August 1st is fall. And I was checking out at Michael's yesterday because I had to grab a couple of things. And the lady's like, oh, isn't it a bit early to be buying fall decor? So, y'all, she caught me in a moment. So I said, well, you guys put it out early. So if you didn't want me to buy it early, why put it out? And she goes, oh, and Corey looked at me because I just never been one to kind of like be smart ass like back like that. And she's like, oh, I just been like, it's just a little early to decorate. And I said, well, not for me. Fall starts August 1st. She's like, oh, well, I hope you have a great time decorating. But I'm like, excuse me, who are you to judge? You guys put this shit out before it's even 4th of July. You have no place to judge, and I'm buying it. Like, what the heck? Oh, man. People, I swear. Okay, so this looks like pretty muddy and pretty dirty, and like, it's not really wanting to blend out. Like, I am sitting here and I'm just doing this, and that harsh line is still like staying there. I don't know if it's because of my eye base or it's because of me. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm really kind of having not the easiest time getting it to be a little bit softer and more diffused. So let me try something else. I'm just gonna take a setting powder. I'm just gonna grab the Dominique Cosmetics setting powder because it's right here. And I love doing this where I feel like if my eye look is not looking blended, I'll take some setting powder and I will go right here to help diffuse it. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like setting powder really can help to diffuse a look and make it look more blended than maybe what it actually is, So that is what I'm going to do to try to help this out, because right now this is looking a little rough. I don't know why it is not really wanting to blend so much. I don't know if it's just sticking to the eye base, but I don't really like it. All right, so I'm going to take my P. Louise base right here. This is the Acid Rain. I'm going to kind of cut the crease. I'm going to do very lightly. Like I said, I'm trying to branch out of my comfort zone. Speaking of branching out of my comfort zone, I did not expect y'all to like react the way you guys did in my Jaclyn Cosmetics video. You guys were so incredibly sweet and truly, truly amazing. And I just want to thank you guys because I wasn't sure how you guys are going to react to it just because I've never reviewed a Jaclyn Cosmetics product like ahead of time. So I was so nervous, but you guys were really sweet and you guys made me feel so much better about it. It was just so weird because I felt like, honestly, you know what I felt like? It felt like back in the day when I used to be obsessed with Jeffree Star Cosmetics and I used to go and buy his launches like the day that it launched at the Morphe store. And I'd quickly come home and I'd rush to film it because I want to get my video up. And it kind of gave me like that adrenaline. And I haven't felt that in so long because typically now I order stuff online and there hasn't been a brand that has come out with something in a minute that makes you like so excited, like I have to run and get it. So it just kind of brought me back that moment of doing that. And it was kind of exciting, but also at the same time, it was like super nerve-wracking because it has been so long since I've had that moment. Because I've never reviewed Jaclyn Cosmetics product before it launched. I think the closest thing I reviewed to it was the Jaclyn Roxanne. And when I did the complexion product, because they actually released it in stores the same day they launched online, so I was able to get that a little early. But other than that, like, I haven't been able to do something like that early. So it's just like super exciting. And you guys really, really were so sweet. And I was like so nervous. I mean, like y'all, I was like really like nervous for some reason. I don't even know why. So we're gonna go back in that same shade. We're gonna try to make this eye look work. I'm not too positive about it. I don't know if it's my eye base that I'm using that's just causing it to be like super sticky and tacky. So it's like not really wanting to blend. I don't know, but I'm definitely not being able to blend it that much. I'm gonna take this shade. This is the Bronze Devotion right here. Put that right next to that. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then we're gonna take this shade right here. This is the shade Astral Gold Lust. And we're gonna put that like right in the inner corner. Oh my God, y'all, that shade is so pretty. Okay, so this is how it's kind of looking so far. I feel like this could be really pretty if this didn't look so like harsh, and I don't really know how to get it to be like unharsh because it is just not that easy of a shade to work with. I don't know what to do. So the only thing I could think of is to just like clean this up and throw on a pair of lashes, because lashes always save the day for me. I don't know what it is. I feel like you could have like the shittiest eye look in the world, but sometimes you throw on a pair of lashes and just boom, the whole situation can transform. So I'm gonna throw on some lashes and then we're gonna come back and do the under eye together. But I have to say, I'm actually really impressed with how the shimmer and the matte are laying down together. Like, this is super pigmented, and I think you guys can see where I'm struggling because it's super pigmented, not really wanting to blend out right there, but it's blending beautifully with the matte. And then that shimmer, oh my God, that topper is so gorgeous. Now, I need to show you guys though. Look at my hand, okay? It looks like Tinkerbell farted all over my hand. No, not even farted, she sharted, poof, pixie dust on my hand. That's how this looks right now. So my whole arm looks like this. It's because of these shimmers. I'm not really noticing any flaking though. Like, there is a little bit of fallout on the face, but I'm not really noticing it too much where like I was when I swatched it, or like when I picked it up in the pan. It's not really flaking on the eye, and that is something that I'm really looking for, is it not flaking on the eye. I don't care if it flakes off on the face because I can clean that up. I don't care if it flakes off in the pan, but I just don't want it to flake on the eye, and right now it's not doing that. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to throw on a pair of bold lashes. I feel like that's how I'm ready to bring this together, because you guys can see I'm sitting here and I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it is just not wanting to blend. I don't know what else to do. It's not wanting to really work with me. So I'm gonna do the other eye, guys. We're gonna come back to do the under eye together, and yeah. Okay, so to finish off the eye, like, we're gonna go back into the palette. We're gonna go back into that same shade right here. I had a little bit easier time blending on this side, but yeah, it's just like wanting to like stick to the base. So I don't know if it's just my eye base, like the P. Louise is a little bit more tackier, or if it's just the shadow. I'm not sure, but I was able to get it to blend a little bit better on this side and then this side. Oh, y'all, I don't know. I am trying. Okay, like, let's, perfect example. There's no eye base under this eye right here, right? So I'm just gonna kind of put this right here, and then we're gonna just kind of take my fluffy brush, and we're going to kind of smoke that out or blend it down if it wants to. Maybe I just have to use a different eye base of this, or maybe I don't even need an eye base. Like, some people just use a concealer and they place setting powder on it. I don't know what to do to make it work better. I don't think I had trouble with my other Pat McGrath palettes in terms of making a shadow work, but I seem to be having just a little bit more difficulty with this one. But this one is blending underneath the eye to make it a little bit more smoky. That's what I'm going for today, is like a smoky eye look. So when I complete doing this, I'm going to put on black liner and mascara. And then I'm gonna probably take one of the little silver foils in here to do like the inner corner and brow bone, because typically I would do like a highlight, but I feel like using the little foils that they have in here would be a little bit better. Okay, so actually, instead of using a foil, I'll actually go into this shade right here. This is gonna be the shade Skin Tense Glow. I actually use this as an inner corner and brow bone highlight instead, because I feel like that's gonna work better than the silver. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm just gonna lightly place that right here, not too intense, but just enough to give that brow bone just a little bit of a shimmer, like a little glow, kind of like so. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips and the rest of like my mascara and eye underneath, and I'll be right on back, guys. All right, guys, and this is the final look. So what are my thoughts on the new Pat McGrath Moonlit Seduction palette? Well, first off, I really do love the outside packaging. They do such a good job with their packaging. They feel so luxurious. I love how cohesive they are with all their other palettes. I love that you can sit here and you can take it and you can wrap it up, and it's just so pretty, and it just mixes into all of their other palettes, and I just really do love the packaging. And then when you open the palette on the inside, I also really do love how heavy this is. It feels so luxurious. And then you do have these shadows. Now these shadows are absolutely beautiful. Like there's no lie. These shadows are truly incredible. You can create the most beautiful eye looks with this, from everyday eye looks to sultry eye looks to soft glam eye looks to very soft, romantic, beautiful eye looks. There's so much you can do with this. I did like more like a sultry, smoky eye look with this, and I really do love how it turned out. I only played with a few shades though, so I really can't attest to the entire palette, like how good the quality can be. But what I can tell you is that I definitely had a little bit of a struggle. And I don't know if it was because of the base I used, I don't know what, but this shade right here, while it's so beautiful, it definitely wanted to struggle just a bit. I really could not get it to blend out. I don't know what else to do. I tried everything I could to get it to work, and it blended easier under my eyes. So maybe I have to just use a different eye base to try it out again to see if that makes a difference. But usually my P. Louise eye base, I never have any issues with blending, but today it just did not want to blend with this. I'm just like, but I will say, even though I struggle with that, these shimmer shades right here are so beautiful. They blended very easily into the mattes, and I was thoroughly impressed with these right here. I generally thought that these were going to have some issues because when I swatched them, they're very, very flaky, and I was like, oh god, they're going to be flaky all over my lid. But surprisingly, they're not. They stuck to my lid very well. Maybe it's because of the eye base that I laid down. They stuck very well to it, but they're really holding on. They have such a beautiful shine, and they mixed very beautifully with that shimmer shade. So I definitely can see myself picking up this palette time and time again. But is it worth $128? I don't think so. Like, I do not think this is worth $128. I think you buy it more for the name than anything else. I've definitely tried out numerous brands throughout doing YouTube, and I think there's so many brands out there who match the quality of this, and sometimes if not better than the quality of this. So while I do really love it, I definitely don't think it's worth the price point. I can't see myself picking this up enough compared to other palettes to justify spending $128 on it. So I did it, but I don't think it's worth it. I think if anything, if you guys want to try out this palette, I would just wait for it to go on sale. Typically, the palettes end up on Sephora's website, and if you want to wait just like 2 or 3 more months for the Sephora VIP sale, you could probably save 20% off this palette. I think it'd be more worth it than paying $128 that I did. Now, granted, I did affirm, so hey, I'm making it a little bit easier on myself, and I did get 10% off, but still, that's not the point. The point is that this palette did retail for $128. It's actually quite expensive for what it is, and I'm kind of just like, I can't believe I did it, but I did it for you guys because that's my job here on YouTube, is try to review as much makeup as possible. And I will say this is absolutely gorgeous. I have no regrets getting this, and I definitely will be playing with it again and again, but man, I do not think it's worth the steep price point. And not to mention, I also am noticing a very similar color scheme with this, with quite a few of the palettes that I have in my collection. They all are kind of looking very, very similar to me personally. I think that they should branch out just a bit and change it up just a tad, add a bit more color, because they all seem very, very similar to each other. So that's just my personal opinion. I'm glad I have it, but I definitely don't think it's worth the price point. And I think if you have any of their other Mothership palettes in your collection, you pretty much have these colors as is. So anyway, guys, I really do hope that you guys liked today's video. I'll make sure I list everything I'm wearing on my face down below. I actually am rocking my first fall lip. I am wearing my Jaclyn Cosmetics Toasty lip liner with the shade Be Bold Liquid Lip with the Gratitude tapped in, and then I also am wearing the Ofra Cosmetics Truffle lip gloss on top. Very, very beautiful shade, very complimentary to this because it has like a bronze undertone to it. But like I said, I'll make sure I list everything down below. But that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy my fall aesthetics. It's making me so happy. And stay tuned because tonight I actually am live streaming on YouTube. I'm so excited, but I'll be live streaming Fortnite and Fall Guys tonight. I had to pick a game because I'm starting live streaming an actual video game, but right now I'm playing with Corey, maybe Paige and Jarvis tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. Yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, so I do post 4 to 5 videos a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel to All for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the hugest thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye! She's costly, and I'm here to tell you guys she's very costly, and I'm here to tell you guys whether or not this was actually worth it and to show you guys what my thought. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. No, with that matte, it mimics very beautifully with a little bit more color, a little bit more pops, a little bit more color. I think they should branch out just a bit.